Hello there folks, it's Scott once again and welcome to another video. This time I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Sunday night game between the Cowboys and Saints. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints in the Superdome and on their turf, which I know is not an easy place to win, but this is going to be a very interesting game. Mainly because of the fact that, the Saints offense, can still score points on you at will. Even though they're not quite as effective. Breeze is still out. One of their tackles, I believe, forget what his name. Let me go look at this. Let me go look here. Where is it at? Will Clapp, he's out, of course, and then of course Traquan Smith, the wide receiver's out. But they have actually had some. They've had a few injuries on their line, like their guard and their tackle, but they're still going to play. Even their defensive tackle, who had an Achilles injury, is now going to be starting this, or going to play in this game, but he probably might be on a limited basis. And of course, Cameron Jordan is still going to be, a bit of a problem, but yeah. And of course, in our injury front, we're still not going to have Antoine Woods. We're not going to have Tyrone Crawford or Michael Gallup. They're still out for this game. Supposedly, Xavier Woods will be back for this game, but I would kind of ease him in and probably play him on a limited basis. Plus, we're getting Tavon Austin back, who's been dealing with a concussion. Apparently, Sean Lee has been dealing with an injury, but I guess he still might play. So, but anywho, this game will be a very interesting one as usual because of the fact that the Saints offense has the ability to score points no matter what. Because even though Breeze is not playing in this game, Bridgewater can still be an effective quarterback. He may not have maybe the accuracy of Drew Brees, but he probably has the ability to throw down the field, and he could probably run, so to speak. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback, but I think if you do get enough pressure on him, he will definitely fold. So, and he definitely takes his typical check downs and whatnot. So yeah. So we definitely should not underestimate the Saints' offense based on a different quarterback. Because the thing is, they still have Alvin Kamara, who is still going to be a pretty good receiver out in the backfield, especially with his speed. You still have Michael Thomas, who's still who I think got paid quite a bit. He's going to want to prove that he deserves that big contract. So yeah, Michael Thomas is going to be probably a legit threat. Same with Jared Cook, the tight end. He's definitely had his way on us in the past, especially in that divisional playoff game in when the Packers faced us, and he made that 3rd and 20 catch. So yeah. But anyway, you slice it. I think the main problem with the Saints is really their defense. They still have allowed quite a bit of rushing yards. Maybe they haven't allowed a sole 100-yard rusher, but they have allowed a lot of yards within the rushing and definitely within the passing game. They're pretty weak in that because Eli Apple is still there because he can get really abused. And apparently, I think his name's Kareem Lattimore, the other cornerback. He's been struggling from what I've heard. So yeah. But the fact that maybe getting Rankins back kind of, if that's his name, let me go look at it. Let me find his name just to be sure. Yeah, Sheldon Rankins. He might provide a bit of a boost to the D-line, but this time, however, it's going to be different because our O-line's pretty effective because we're going to have Smith, we're going to have Connor Williams, we definitely have our greatest center, Travis Frederick, who definitely should be on the cusp of a comeback player award right there, Player of the Year comeback, So yeah, and the fact that I don't know if Martin will play, hopefully he will, but he's been dealing with a back injury related, so back physical. Hopefully it's not too serious, but we have some depth, and then maybe Sofilo can play that right guard spot or Joe Looney, and we can just run on them because we have that ability with Zeke and with Pollard. And of course, La'el Collins has really shown quite a bit of improvement. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's like one of the highest. I think he might be the number one highest rated tackle, or at least the right tackle. If not number one, at least number two. So he's definitely shown an improvement. The whole O-line as a whole has really come together and improved as a unit. Now, could the Saints still get their sacks? It's possible, but they would definitely not get 7 sacks like they did the last time because we didn't have Smith. We definitely didn't have Frederick. We basically had our backups, and they were effective in some areas, but overall it was disappointing. But it was mainly because of the defense the last time is what really won us that game. So I'm expecting maybe a pretty competitive game. But if we get to Bridgewater and hit him early and get some turnovers on him and sack him, I think we have a chance to win this game. But it definitely won't be easy. And a lot of the Vegas odds have us by 3. It's possible I see it, but I can also see maybe a 10-point win over this team, like a 27-17, or maybe a 34-17 type game because of our offense. I mean, we still don't have Gallup, I know, but Devin Smith is very effective, and so is Randall Cobb. So as long as the O-line does its job, and pretty much everyone else on the offense and defense, we definitely should win this game. But the Saints are definitely going to be ready, and they're going to be playing, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were able to score points. So there you go. Anyways, I will definitely see you in a post-game video, win or lose, and go Cowboys! Let's get this W. Let's prove the world that we're not pretenders, that we're for real. Let's go win this game and show the world that we are worthy of being 4-0. All right. Later.